Well, I'll be down to Gates with a taxi, honey. Better be ready about 8:30. Oh, dearie, don't be late. I ought to be there when the band starts playing. And oh, when we get there, honey, 2 steps, I'm gonna have a ball. On the dance out, pull my shoes. When the play them Jelly Roll blues. Tomorrow night in the dark town, front of the ball.
I'm sorry, I came in late.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't catch your name.
Oh, Jared.
Jared
Wildcat.
Jared Wildcat from Cherokee, Tennessee?
North Carolina.
North Carolina.
Yeah,
okay, okay. The instruments, this sounds so familiar. What's the name of it?
We just call them flutes.
They are just flutes?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like recorders, but they actually sound decent.
Oh, okay. That was my next question. What's the difference between these flutes and, say, a recorder or a flute, the jazz flute? I don't,
Different scales, I think. Like this is more of a major scale, whereas like a jazz flute, like a piccolo or a clarinet.
Thank you.
They can go both major and minor scale.
I see.
You can go minor scale in this, but it's more difficult.
Okay, because you played this, and I've heard this before.
Yeah.
And Western films and things like that.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't know. I just figured maybe a flute or whatever. But this is unique to the Cherokee, or what are the origins of?
So originally, our flute would have been made out of river cane because it was already hollowed out, naturally hollowed out, and it was said a woodpecker like drilled holes into it for a young man who was trying to court a woman.
Oh, okay.
And so he was desperate to court that woman. So
Okay.
he fasted for days and days. And went without food, basically.
Uh-huh.
And so, but he received his gift, and he won the woman over.
Yeah.
So, go a little extra mile sometimes, it helps.
Okay. All right. And these are handmade, or
This one is not. This one is machine, done with a drill and all that.
Okay.
These are all handmade, like hand chisel. They use the lathe.
Until now. Pearl Butler. It's a great country music legacy. Here we are at Raider Place, or Raider Alley. It used to be the home of Carl Butler, the country music singer, growing up in the 30s. Mother, Annie Butler, came here to find work. This was a section of Happy Holler for low-income workers, Woodside Hills, and she set up roots.
Really happy to be here as part of the History Hootenanny to celebrate East Tennessee's history, music, and culture, and to share the surprising and entertaining story of the Reed sisters. Yay! Can't really see people, but I bet a lot of you remember them in the show they had on the Oak Ridge Channel in the 70s and 80s, the cable access TV show. It was quite memorable, left an impression on me, which I think you'll see why. And over the years, all that fascination and curiosity turned into a quest to want to find out what happened to them. So I did. But I don't want to tell you too much about the movie because we're about to watch it. So this is part 1 of 2. There's a full-length movie that's hopefully going to show in October, November. So keep your eyes open for that. And anyway, thank you for coming. I see a few people that I interviewed, and your voices were a huge part of helping me tell the story I wanted to tell. So I really appreciate that, and happy people came to see it. So sit back and relax and enjoy the show. Talk to you after. I grew up in Oak Ridge, Tennessee, home of the atomic bomb and just down the hill from Dollywood. But Oak Ridge is also
You want to put?
He's so hilarious with that hat. Actually, I don't think I thought about it. Which I cannot. He like trading that.
On the line, I really did outside. Deny my ear, deny my ear.
I am with Jack Neely, who is the cause for much of this chaos today. Jack, I want to tell you it's been a fantastic day. And you must be so proud for what you and the Knoxville History Project and all the affiliates with that have created in the last 10 years.
I'm proud to live in a city with so many great stories and so many people who care about them. So I enjoy doing that. We had a great crowd for our music history tour this morning, and it was kind of exhausting, but it was fun. Planning our music history guide and be out in maybe 6 months or so.
I've been here 2 years, and I've been through a lot of cities, but I have never seen the outreach that you and your guys and your gals do with walking tours, YouTube channels. It's just phenomenal. Publications, books. You cover it all, and I mean, it's a day to celebrate, and you must be so happy. You must be so happy. One question, Jack. I know you had a symposium on the Smoky Mountains right here at the East Tennessee Museum about a month or so ago. Now, I saw the, I believe it was a Zoom or a podcast about the Smoky Mountains.
More about that than I do.
And the YouTube channel.
Yeah,
okay, on the YouTube channel, I think it was a Zoom or a podcast. Now, you made a mention towards the end of that broadcast, which I found interesting, and I wish you might want to elaborate. You mentioned the Ken Burns Smoky Mountains,
yeah.
PBS documentary, and you said something like he didn't understand or he didn't get it, or I don't know what he was getting at.
Yeah, they didn't do much research on this side of the mountains. I think they kind of admitted that. But we had great resources here at the McClung Collection. UT Archives has been researching Smoky Mountains for years and has film and pictures. And also TAMIS had done independently from McClung, collected films and so forth. And they didn't care to see any of that. And it kind of showed they really wanted to tell a story they decided to tell before they researched the film, I think. And it was an interesting story. And I believe that a lot of the stories they told were at least partly true, but I think there's a lot more of the story, and we tried to tell that as opposed.
Yeah, because it was interesting because none of it was mentioned, and you mentioned at the end they never called you guys. They never really, and the information you guys provided with your channel, with your broadcasts, with symposiums. I mean, it's like, how could you not?
A really dramatic story. It's all hundreds of people, really, but several key figures I think that have to be remembered.
Yeah,
Anthony Davis and David Chapman, people like that, who really have to be remembered in telling the story.
Yeah. Again, Jack, thank you for being here. Paul, thank you for being here. Thanks for being here. I've learned a lot in the past 2 years from you two guys, and I just want to say thank you.